disappointed sound boy, turning into dance soul. A disappointed sound boy who has no double plates at all.
Yo, what's up, my sound system people? I am Jimmy Sequence. I have a little thing I want to talk about for a quick minute. I made a video the other day talking about the whole bunch of additional processes that people have on their sounds. And again, in my opinion, I think most of them are quite unnecessary. And I learned years ago, Sequence has been around for more than 35 years. Same? And I learned early that the more equipment you add to your sound, the more distortion you add to the sound. Every piece of equipment that the sound goes through before it gets to your speaker adds some level of distortion. So you put the stuff on the sound that is necessary to create the quality of the sound that you need. My opinion is, when they make the records, if you go into a studio, we own a recording studio, so I kind of have an idea about studios. The songs are made and processed and mastered to sound a certain way. They already have everything that they need on the songs, especially modern songs. The songs are mixed and mastered. The sound, the quality is already there. You don't need to add anything to it. My opinion of a good sound system is when you can reproduce exactly what the engineers at the studio intend the songs to sound like. That's always been my argument. I want to reproduce what is there, what the people that record it, master it, and engineer it, the sound that they got when in the studio. If you can reproduce that sound in a big sound system, then you have actually achieved what should be your goal, in my opinion. I mean, people are adding these 3BX, 4BX, whatever to the sound system, and it's slamming like a sledgehammer. And again, I don't see the point. Everyone have the right to their opinions, obviously, but no, I don't see the point. I personally don't like it at all, and I think it's unnecessary. I know people are going to say, well, Jamaican sound system, so we stay and rare, and, it's necessary, and it's really not necessary. I mean, honestly, it adds distortion. A lot of the time, it makes the song sound crazy, in my opinion. Like, first of all, and one of the bigger things the issues I have with the 3BX, and 4BX and all of the different equipment like that. Those things were initially made for home studio. Home theater, I should say. Not home studio, home theater. Those things they have RCA connectors in the back of them. They have the small RCA connectors, like, you remember old time hi-fi systems? Pioneer, and all of those older home systems with the RCA jacks in the back. That's what's in the back. The input and output on the 3BX, 4BX is RCA. It doesn't have XLR. I even balance quarter-inch outputs on it, or inputs. It's the small home stereo connectors. Again, people are gonna say, well, I saw it go a yard and rare and whatever. Again, to each his own. You can put it on your system if you want to, but I still think every time that I've heard a system, and I've heard that they're just putting too much in it and whatever. And I suppose if you put a very small amount of the impact on it, it really doesn't sound that bad. But some of them, it's like they want to knock you out of the dance hall with that bang, 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 and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And the other piece that they use on the bass, again, it's same small connectors on it. It's not made for professional sound system. Those things are made for home stereo, home theater. Those are not things that you're supposed to be using on your big sound system. And, I guess some people are stuck in the weeds. They're going to say, well, that's how it's always been, and that's how they do it a yard, and rare. But if you're talking about quality, if you're trying to make a sound system sound, again, if you're trying to reproduce the songs the way it was intended to sound, then those things are defeating the purpose. Those things are defeating the purpose. If you add the whole bunch of extra things, and again, I'm not saying that my system is the best system in the world, but I like how it sounds, and all I use on it is my drive rack. For the top end, I have 4-way top end, mid bass, high mid, the 12-inch for high mid, 15 for low mids. I have horns and tweeters, horns and bullets, and all of it is coming through the drive rack. No other processor except the drive rack. You're coming out of the mixer and you're going into the drive rack, from drive rack to amplifiers to speakers. That's it. On the bass, I have the EQ, mono 31 band EQ, the Cosmo for the bass, and that's it. Analog bass. That's me. I like it like that. Again, it's not for everybody, but I think it sounds damn good. And it sounds surprisingly good to a lot of the people that are into, 4 or 5 different processors on their bass line and every kind of processor that you can imagine on the system. Whenever I string up next to them, I don't see how they're like out sounding me in any kind of way. I like the clarity of simplicity. You feel me? Simplicity. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what they say. That's what I say. The less things you have on your sound system, again, the better it is. Buy quality equipment and just use what's necessary. Again, that's me, Jimmy Sequence, checking out. Yeah.